It's Montana Morning for Tuesday, August 23rd, 2016. Good morning, everyone. I'm Peter Christian. Our newscast this morning sponsored by Office City, celebrating 100 years in business. See them for office supplies and furniture, price match guarantees, and free next-day delivery. It's official now. The Colorado Gulch fire, now estimated to be between 15 and 20 acres, that was as of 9 o'clock last night, has forced the evacuations of all homes in the Colorado Gulch area. Spokesman for the Department of Natural Resources and Conservation, Jordan Copen, said the fire was first reported just after 6:30 p.m.
So we're calling this one the Colorado Gulch Fire. It started around 6:22 this afternoon. We have one Type 3 helicopter air attack on it, retardant planes, 3 single-engine air tankers, multiple Forest Service engines, Whirl engines, county and DNRC state engines.
Brenda Bassett, Public Information Officer for the Missoula County Sheriff's Office, said deputies have gone door to door to let homeowners know of the mandatory evacuations.
All the residents in the Colorado Gulch area are under mandatory fire evacuation. So this includes the whole entire Colorado Gulch area, which kind of spurs off into 3 different roads. The Rattlesnake Recreation area is also being closed as a precautionary measure. And then sheriff's deputies are working with fire officials to notify residents in the Starwood Drive area.
Evacuated homeowner and mother of 2 small children, Robin Bracken, was notified about the fire while at a much happier event.
I was at my son's birthday party, and one of the gentlemen that was there with other attendee, a little child, came up and told me, "There's a fire up Grant Creek. I wonder if you're going to be affected." And before I could even get home to find out, I met my husband on the road as well as the other evacuees coming out of Grant Creek, and he had been told about 6:30-ish by the sheriff that it was time to grab your children and your pets and leave.
Bracken spoke of plans she and her husband had been discussing to improve their defensible space, but it hadn't quite happened yet.
Personally, our house could definitely have a better defensible space as well as most of our neighbors. It is a very heavily wooded neighborhood in Grant Creek. It is not one that's down in the flatlands. So I would say most of my neighbors as well as ourselves are sweating bullets a little bit right now because we should probably clear out some of those trees.
Copen said a fire like this is definitely a wake-up call for homeowners in the wildland-urban interface to prepare a defensible space to protect their homes from wildfire. And speaking of fire, the Copper King fire expanded even more Sunday night, causing people to be evacuated from their homes. Public Information Officer Glenda Scott said the exact number of homes that had been evacuated is yet to be determined, but many homes are in pre-evacuation status. As of now, no major injuries have been caused by that fire. Chad Earl Williams is on the loose again. The 39-year-old Williams, who was the subject of a manhunt and standoff in Bozeman earlier in the summer, was captured by Gallatin County authorities after breaking probation in Missoula, has eluded his jailers yet again. Missoula County Sheriff's Office Public Information Officer Brenda Bassett said that Williams escaped by removing his GPS device.
As you remember, back in June, they had a standoff with the same guy in Gallatin County. He was brought back to Missoula County, was under the supervision of Missoula Probation and Parole. So right now we've sent out his description. We're just hoping that he's taken into custody without incident.
Bassett outlined Williams' criminal history.
His original sentence was 50 years in a Montana State Prison with 25 years suspended, and that was for an attempted deliberate homicide in 1996 after he shot a man twice in the abdomen during a robbery.
Bassett said anyone who may spot Williams is encouraged not to approach him as he is considered dangerous and desperate to flee from law enforcement. The public is asked to call 911 or Missoula Crime Stoppers at 721-4444. Montana's Insurance Commissioner Monica Lindeen will be making a decision this week regarding rate increase requests from the 3 companies providing coverage in the state's Affordable Care Act exchanges.
When we do that, we actually then tell them, we think that you should decrease your amount by this much. Or, unfortunately, in some cases, we may have to say, you know what, you're too low, which means you may be financially insolvent and unable to pay the claims.
Lindeen said the decisions will be released this week.
We got the final filings from the companies on Friday. We're working through that today, and we will be making a public announcement either tomorrow or Wednesday. Well, we'll be sending those to CMS at the federal government, and hopefully we'll be able to make a final public announcement here in the next week or so.
Blue Cross Blue Shield has asked for the largest increase of over 62%, with the other 2 companies asking for increases of around 20%. Here's a look at your weather forecast. Partly cloudy and smoky with a high of 74 today. 20% chance of rain and smoky tonight, low of 47. A 30% chance of rain and thunderstorms tomorrow with a high of 72 degrees. Currently, we have 49 degrees in Missoula.